If you're buying a house, you've probably asked this question. What's the difference between a home inspector and an appraiser? And what does that really mean to me? So, two things. The home inspector is actually for you, the buyer. So you know that the house that you're buying is actually a solid house. So you're going to pay a home inspector to come in and probably figure about $300 in Michigan. That's a base price. And if you want them to check your septic system and your water well, it probably will cost you a little bit more, maybe a couple $100 more. But it's a good idea. Money well spent, because what they're going to do is they're actually going to go through the entire house. They're going to open every window. They're going to check the furnace. They're going to go in the attic. They're going to go in the crawl space. They are going to walk around the house. They're going to go up on the roof. They're going to open the windows. They're going to check the appliances. Literally do as thorough a job as they can, trying to make sure you have a solid house, okay? Now, remember, you're buying a used house. It's not going to be perfect, okay? So any house that you buy, even a brand new house, they're not perfect. So the home inspector's job is to find things wrong with your house. So they will find things wrong. But you want to make sure that the things that are wrong with the house are things that either, number one, you can fix that aren't really expensive, or number two, you know, things that aren't really a big deal. Maybe the downspouts need to be put on the gutters on the outside. Maybe you need a GFCI outlet in the kitchen or in the bathroom. Those aren't really huge big things, but you can also ask the seller to fix those things. But then also you want them checking your septic system, because if there is something wrong with your septic system and it's bad, that's about a $10,000 to $15,000 repair or more. And I've had that happen where the home inspector is out there checking on the septic system and they've actually failed the septic system, and my sellers had to replace the entire system. Same thing with your water well. You want to make sure that your well is got the power it should have and basically is clean, and probably do a water test as well. Okay, that's a home inspector. That's what they're going to do for you, and they're actually going to give you a report, probably about 30-40 pages long plus, and they'll email it to you, and it's going to be a pretty detailed report. Okay, and then so what is an appraiser? So an appraiser actually works for the bank. He is making sure that the money that you're spending on the house, the bank's that it's worth it, basically. Okay, so he's going to go through the recently sold properties to make sure that you're not overpaying for that house. And there's also criteria, if you're getting a government-backed loan, that the mortgage has to follow, meaning basically everything in that house has to be functional. Okay, it can be old, it can be pink toilet and green carpet and, you know, an old stove, but as long as it's functional, that's what counts. Okay, you want to make sure everything works. That's what the appraiser is going to do, and he's going to come in with the value on the house. Okay, so the difference is the appraiser works for the bank to make sure that the money you're spending on that house, it's worth it. Okay, and the home inspector works for you, the buyer, so you know that you're going to get a solid house. Okay, that's the difference between a home inspector and an appraiser. This is Tara McNamara. Have a great day.